going on, everyone? It's DSP with an update video, and this one really doesn't in particularly need, need to have any certain content to it. It's not a channel update per se about just video games and stuff like that. It's pretty much just an update on me. This is pretty much 1 full week now that I have been unemployed. I was actually laid off by my former employer exactly 1 week ago on Thursday. So, you know, a week to really let it sink in, to take action, to put a plan together. It's been pretty interesting for me. First of all, just the change of, you know, all my life I've been on a schedule. You know, and the schedule is I got to get to school or I got to get to work, and now it's pretty much like I'm on my own time. And there's a lot of good things about that, and there's a lot of responsibility that comes with that as well. I mean, just know, you know, I have to be able to wake up to get to appointments with my lawyer, for example, and things like that that are going on. I have to be able to dedicate enough time of the day to do the things that I need to do. For example, you know, doing the Enslaved playthrough, which I finished this week within 2 days, which was pretty impressive for me. You know, a long 8-hour game in 2 days is pretty good. And, you know, basically everything I'm doing with the other videos and the channels and contacting different people, I have been networking out. I actually did contact a couple people this week regarding some opportunities with my videos and things like that, and I haven't really heard back yet, but I'm waiting to hear back. And like I said, I've now met with 2 lawyers regarding being laid off and the severance agreement that was offered to me, and so I'm still in process with that, and that's going to be ongoing, I can tell. So yeah, it's a lot different, definitely a lot different than the life I used to live, but it's interesting, and the thing that I kind of like right now is that for the first time in my life, I'm my own boss. You know, really, I'm not answering to anyone. What I do with my time is my own time, and if I put in the work and the dedication, and you know, and then I might get, you know, something out of it. And if I don't, and for example, if today I decided to put up no videos whatsoever, well, that's my own fault. And so it's kind of like a positive, negative thing. All the consequences are on me, and how responsible and disciplined I can be. So, right now, I'm going to kind of go ahead with my idea from last week, and we're going to push forward probably for a month or 2 here for October and November. I'm going to try to make YouTube my full-time job, meaning I'm going to go ahead and be doing, oh, by the way, that noise that you hear in the background is my dishwasher. Sorry, I should have mentioned that up front. I'm going to go ahead with my game schedule for 2010. We're going to try to get through all of the games that I had previously mentioned, and other games are actually popping up that are getting release dates. For example, Kirby's Epic Yarn now has a release date, which I believe is October 17th, which is Sunday, which is weird, but I guess Wii games have weird release dates sometimes. And other games are kind of getting pushed, but basically I'm going to try to fit in as much as I can now that I have time to do it. A lot of people have contacted me and said, Phil, now that you have all this free time, you should do this and this and this. And I'm like, hold on, wait a second. Whoa. I don't have all this free time. If I'm really going to put in the playthroughs for the games that I've said I'm going to do, that's going to take up quite a lot of time. And in addition to that, you know, I think that it's a lot more valuable to do a playthrough like that than to just to spend days upon days upon days to put together like one Hateful Truth video, when I can put through like 3 to 4 different games, and then you can get a take on what those 4 games are like rather than just what one game is like. Not to say that I'm not going to do any more Hateful Truth videos or anything like that. What I want to kind of do is get through this gaming season, and then maybe in December I'll have some time, but in December what I'm going to do is, just like I did last year, I'm going to dedicate a lot of time to making the top 10 best games of the year, the top 10 worst gaming moments of the year, and things like that. So you're going to have those kind of series in December, and I'm really going to work on polishing them and making them look great. And basically, you know, that way you'll have a good way to end the year with a bang. But then maybe come 2011, if I'm still doing this and I'm trying to do this full time, then I'll take the time, because it will slow down. I'll play a game and then maybe do a Hateful Truth on it or something like that. And the cool thing about the Hateful Truth is, since it's considered a review, any gaming footage that I use in those, anything like that, is considered a review purpose, and that actually is covered by U.S. law. I would be able to put that on a partner channel if I wanted to. However, who knows what would happen, but that's despite the point. Anyway, I'm going to try to really dedicate myself to do this as my full-time job, but as I said last week, just to reiterate, I really need you, my viewers and fans, to basically help support me here. I need 3 things. I need you to watch, rate, and participate. Watch the videos, rate them with either, you know, if you like or dislike them, and then participate in the active discussion and everything else that's going on around those videos. So, That's what's going to help me. And so far, this past week has been good. And then hopefully if this continues, again, unless something happens, if something changes, I'll definitely let everyone know. But right now, as of now, we're looking good. We just got to keep it moving. So as for the King of Hate HD, what am I going to do with this channel in the future? Well, as you know, I have a couple series going now. There's the DSP Inbox series, and the next week I'll probably be doing another DSP Inbox video, and I'm really interested to see what everyone sent me, especially with the events of what's happened over the past week with unemployment and all of that. In addition to that, we got the DSP Tries It series, where I'm basically trying, right now it's just like food and drink and things like that, but if I end up having to buy like a new gadget or something, you know what I mean, anything that might not be, it might be out of the ordinary or something that you might be interested in or want to know what it's like, I'm going to basically do a video about it, and that'll be the DSP Tries It series. That'll be here on this channel. In addition to that, any channel updates will be here. And also, I'm going to do all my unboxing videos for the new games here. And stay tuned, because a lot of, I don't want to say a lot, but I believe I did reserve the collector's edition of 1 or 2 games coming up, including Fallout New Vegas, and possibly Assassin's Creed, but I can't remember if I did it or not for Assassin's Creed. When I go to the GameStop next, I'm going to ask exactly what I have reserved and what versions, and I'm going to see what I can do about that. Now, all that will be coming up here. Also, I am going to be doing a wrestling show. I decided I will do it. I mean, I watch, right now, regularly I watch Raw and SmackDown from WWE, and usually I find a way to tune into all the pay-per-views for WWE. The one show that I used to watch that I haven't been watching actively is TNA, but now that I have a little bit of extra time, I think I'm going to start watching it again. And what we're going to do is probably either once a week or once every other week, depending on how it goes. I'm going to, basically, John Rambo and I are going to do a dual commentary on what's going on in the wrestling community, what we think about the shows, what's going on with the shows, and what we hope, who wins different matches, and where it's going. And no, I'm not hardcore into it, but I know enough about it. I definitely watched it when I was a kid, then I watched it a little bit when I was a teenager. When I was in college, I kind of got back into it. So during my life, I've been on and off, in and out of it, so I know a lot of the history, a lot of the things that have gone on with these companies. And a lot of people have contacted me and said, Phil, we'd love your insight. We'd love to hear what you think about different things, and it would be a great opportunity of something to put on King of Hate HD. So we're going to go ahead and do that. John's actually coming by tomorrow, Friday, and we're going to film something, and then I might do some editing and things to it to try to spiff it up. So it might not be out right away, but it will be coming in the next week, the first episode. Other things, well, some people have asked me, Phil, why don't you do a condo tour? And because I did mention it, I said it's something that I might do. Well, the thing is this, probably about a month and a half ago, since I didn't go to Japan, I had a little bit of extra money left over, because if I had gone to Japan, that's what I would have used. And I said, well, since I didn't go to Japan, let me use it to maybe redecorate the place. So I actually bought a couple new pieces of furniture. I actually bought some models and things, like you can see statues for the place, which were really cool, but they were a little bit on the expensive side. But at that point, you know, I had no idea that I was going to lose my job in a month, and it just kind of, the timing really sucked, because if I had gotten laid off before then I would have never spent that money. So unfortunately, I kind of dropped some money without knowing that I was really going to need it desperately in the next couple of months, because I was going to lose my job. So really, I'm on the fence about doing a condo tour, simply because it's like, would it be cool? I think a lot of people would like it, but at the same time, it's kind of like saying, gee, look, Phil has all this stuff, and now he has no job, and he's asking for help, and blah, blah, blah. I don't want to look like I'm two-faced, you know what I mean? Bottom line is, who knows, if this YouTube thing doesn't work out, let's say by 2011, my money's run out, the severance is pretty much, if I accept it, is gone, and my funds are running low, and I need to find a way to pay for stuff, I might end up selling half this stuff. So I don't know if it would be like disrespectful to people for me to show this kind of thing. Give me your feedback. Let me know what you think. Again, I don't want to look two-faced or anything like that. I'm definitely not like that. Like I said, I'm being responsible, and if I had known that something like this crazy was going to happen, I would have never spent that money to begin with. But at that time, there weren't even any rumblings where I worked that there was going to be any layoffs this year. And then all of a sudden, it just kind of, here it comes, and then within 2 weeks it hit, and I was like, wow, this is just so unexpected. Wow. So anyway, let me know what you think. So that's some ideas for things I can do on the channel. Also, if I do anything out of the ordinary, for example, this Saturday, there's a chance, it's not 100% anymore. Actually, earlier in the week I thought it was a lot more of a chance, but now it's kind of fading away. But some of my friends are maybe planning to go to the New York Comic Convention at the Javits Center in New York City on Saturday, and I was going to see if I could tag along with them and get some footage while I was there, but now it's looking like they may not go, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do. But if I ever do anything out of the ordinary like that, that's the kind of stuff I'll be filming and putting on this channel, The King of Hate HD. Outside of that, all gaming footage that's not Street Fighter will be on DSP Gaming, so there's going to be, I mean, if you just go look over there now, in the past couple of days, there's like 100 new videos. It's insane. Every day I've been putting in the dedication and the time. I'm really treating this like a full-time job. I'm putting at least 8 hours of work into it a day, and actually I put more than 8 hours of work into it every day since last week. So I hope you appreciate that, and from what I can tell, like I said, everyone who's been viewing, rating, participating, it seems like you do appreciate it, and if we can keep up like we're going right now, this might work out as a full-time thing. And don't get me wrong, I do know that when you are an independent, independently employed, self-employed, there's a lot of risks involved. For example, who knows, what if YouTube goes under next year or something replaces YouTube? Well, and if this is my full-time job, I'll be screwed. Also the fact that since I don't technically work for YouTube or Google, I'm not contracted to work for them, there's no health benefits, so I'm going to have to find a way to go out and pay for my own health insurance and things like that, especially with my back injury. As a lot of you know, I have a lower back injury. It could be tough if I get hurt, if I fall. God forbid I trip in the next 3 months and I have no health insurance. What am I going to do to pay for anything that I need done to my back? So I got to play it safe. I got to be really careful, and I'm starting to plan for the future. It's tough. It's tough, but I'm adjusting and I'm learning and I'm staying positive. Like I said a week ago, I have not changed my opinion. I have to stay positive in a situation like this. It's the only way that you're going to succeed and push through it. And I want to thank everyone. Again, anyone who's donated, anyone who's participated, anyone who's sent me a nice word or sent me a suggestion. I mean, everyone who's ever basically, done anything on YouTube through me. I mean, thank you so much. You're just really keeping me positive in this hard time. My family as well, they're really trying to help me. My parents, my friends are all trying to support me. So that's there, and I'm feeling good, And hopefully things will stay positive, and over the next couple of months this will work out, and, we'll go from there. But if anything changes, I'll definitely let everyone know as well. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else, because whenever I do one of these videos, there's one thing that was the tip of my tongue, and I was supposed to say it, and it was really important, and I wanted to say it, and I forget to say it. And I'm like, shit, now when's the next time I'm going to do like a channel update, So, I guess for now that's about it. As of, today, I'm going to continue to play Castlevania for the rest of the day. I'm going to try to beat it, hopefully, by this weekend. And I'm going to see, John Rambo might be coming over tomorrow to do some co-op. So if that's the case, we're probably going to try out NBA Jam. We may go back to do some more Lord of the Rings, or maybe we'll do some PS Move. It all depends on what he feels like doing. Or maybe some Death Spank co-op, because Death Spank's, I'm 3/4 through it, and now I can't really, I haven't gotten a chance to go back to it, but maybe with some co-op it'll be worth it to go back, because that game is 2-player co-op. You could drop in and out at any time. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens, but for now, I'm staying positive, and I'm going to stay on schedule. I'm going to let everyone know, what games I'm playing. Now I remember what it is. See, I knew I would remember if I kept thinking about it. One thing about next week. Now, as you know, Tuesday is the big release day every week, and next week's no exception. Next week we have the Alan Wake DLC, The Rider, which basically completes the story of Alan Wake. We have the new Medal of Honor, and we have Quantum Theory. And I'm really looking forward to playing some of those games. The problem is this. I was contacted to report for jury duty on that day, and the bottom line is I could try to delay it, but there's no guarantee they'll let me delay it. If I delay it, who knows if I delay it and it ends up being a worse date, because usually they don't let you specifically, they let you suggest a date, but they don't let you pick a date. So, if I suggest, oh, let's do November 5th, and then all of a sudden they say, well, no, sorry, we picked you for another Tuesday, and it might screw me because it might be an even bigger release day. So I got to see what happens. The way it works is you actually you call the courthouse after a certain time on Friday, and they let you know if you have to report or not. If they say I have to report, I'll see what happens. I'll see if maybe I can delay it to a day that's not a major release day. If not, worst case scenario, unfortunately on Tuesday I might have to go to jury duty, and therefore you won't see any footage until Tuesday night, instead of me maybe starting the stuff earlier in the day, which is what I wanted to do. Since I have the time off, but if they make me go, they make me go. It's the U.S. government. You have to do what they say. It's a part of being an American, and I'm going to see what I can do about that. So we'll see. We'll see. I'll let you guys know if it's definite. Like, for example, if I definitely have to go, I will let you know on Monday, so that way you know not to expect stuff in the morning on Tuesday, you know, to try to tune in later on Tuesday. And fingers crossed they don't actually pick me for jury duty, because if they pick me, now I'm really screwed, because here I am trying to put in the time and dedication here to make videos for you guys and turn this into a full-time job, and then they pull me out of here to go be on a jury for a court case. But them's the breaks, and you know, it kind of stinks. I have friends who've never been selected for jury duty, never had to go. I've been selected something like 6 times now since I turned 18. It's absolutely insane. And the way it works is you're not supposed to have to go more than once, like every 3 years. But nevertheless, every 3rd year, on that 3rd year, I get the notice. And actually, last year, I'm pretty angry because last year I went and yeah, I didn't keep all my documentation because during the whole move here and everything, I was still discombobulated. And now come to find out, they don't have it on record. They want me to go again. And I already talked to them. And they're like, well, we don't have no record that you served last year. And I'm like, oh, that's horrible. So what are you going to do? Maybe when I was there, I didn't give them the form, because there is a form you're supposed to bring and fill out. Maybe I just didn't give it to them. I don't remember. It was a year ago. So it could be anything, you know. And then that's my fault. But now I know exactly what I need to do. And I got to be more careful about it. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to see what if I can get out of it or delay it, and if not, I got to do it. It's part of your obligation as an American, and I'm not going to sit here and freaking complain about it. I'm just going to get it over with. It's part of being free, you know, having a democracy like this and having a voice. It's part of the government system. So anyway, that's it for now. I will give you guys any updates if anything changes. But please, once again, if you want me to do this full time, if this is something you're interested in, please watch, rate, and participate. And we'll keep going, and I'll let you know how, constantly how it's going and give you updates. So, thanks a lot. This is DSP. I'm on to Castlevania, and I'll talk to you guys soon.